All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Marinaut Podcast, the only podcast by annoying orange fans for annoying orange fans. I'm Anthony, and with me are Teddy and Patrick. Sorry. I really like the annoying orange.
That was
Patrick.
a good intro.
Well, it's true. I am an annoying orange fan.
What's your favorite character? What's your favorite annoying orange character?
See, I'm partial to Orange because he is the protagonist to some degree, but at the same time, I've always been a fan of Pear. He's kind of the straight man in these situations.
I was gonna say Pear, bro. I've always liked
Dude,
Pear.
I like the apple. Remember the little apple?
Apple dies immediately.
It's like the first one to die. Like episode 1.
I believe you're referring to Midget Apple, Patrick. You might have your lore mixed up.
It was the tiny one, whatever the tiny apple was. Is that
Midget
apple? Okay.
Sounds like Midget Apple.
It was like the child version.
I remember when we were kids, Patrick's brother could do a really good impression of grapefruit.
I do not remember the show. I don't know how you guys do.
Do you not?
I don't even remember what happened. I just remember they got killed, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
always.
they got like sliced up. Or was it different every time?
Well, I think it varied. In the beginning,
it started off with that, and then they like made it into an actual show where like actual events happened.
Well, I remember the early days.
Dying.
The early days, they would just bring on random YouTubers to star as different fruit. Like I think Smosh played some bananas and stuff, and then they would either get.
Was in there.
Oh, who Tobuscus play? What was his first Sona? His fruit Sona.
Well, I'm gonna look it up. I'm on it. Don't even worry.
But I actually see. There's a little hint of truth to every joke. I say this is a podcast for and by annoying orange fans because I once was an annoying orange fan. I genuinely enjoyed that show as a kid.
Yeah. He was cheese, by the way. Apparently, cheese. That's all it says.
How does cheese die? Oh, is he string cheese? Does he get like peeled?
No, he looks like a block of cheese. Like he looks like a block.
Oh well, then he just gets cut, and they probably make a cut the cheese joke.
Shred him, like they might shred him up or whatever.
Oh
like they do at the Italian restaurants.
They might have been grated, yeah. I remember watching the first annoying orange video. And my cousin showed it to me at my grandparents' house, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. It's Christmas Eve when I saw it.
Oh, Anthony. I mean, I've been there. I probably thought it was funny too. I can't remember. I think my brain blocked those days out. I'm sure I thought it was funny.
What do you mean thought?
Dude, he used to get so many views.
He still does.
Yeah, dude.
He's got a gaming channel.
Millions. What? No.
Yes, he does.
You're lying.
Annoying Orange plays, I think.
No way.
Why would I lie to you about the Annoying Orange? That's genuine. That's
God.
Canon.
Annoying Orange. It's like the first thing. I didn't even have to type in. I didn't have to finish typing Annoying Orange for Annoying Orange Gaming to pop up. God.
How many views is he pulling in per video?
One from a month ago got 176,000. So he's definitely dropped off, but still pretty good.
He's doing better than us.
Yeah, he really is.
You hear that, listeners? You hear that, listeners? If Annoying Orange can get 170,000 views on his gaming channel, we're not peaking past 15. Something's wrong, and that's on you guys.
Wrong.
It's not on me. Yeah, that's not on us. We're making the content.
We're doing everything right.
Yeah, it's you guys' fault.
You.
You should be watching these videos on repeat. You should be going to bed. Oh my god! What is that?
That's a recent video.
Is that
That's a recent video?
That was from 3 weeks ago.
Here's the thing about Annoying Orange. You could show me a thumbnail from like 3 weeks ago and like 7 years ago, and I wouldn't be able to tell you which is which.
Yeah.
Although
absolutely not.
The orange is looking kind of high quality. It
does look a little bit more like higher resolution than I feel like he would have in the old days. That's a good Photoshop job on his teeth, I guess.
The meaty gums are a really good addition.
Yeah, disgusting. Like it's hard to look at. So good job.
That's
I guess you achieved what you wanted. So is that Midget Apple?
Yeah, that one's Midget Apple. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is midget like? I feel like that's an offensive word now.
What?
Are we allowed to say midget?
That's my
Yeah?
latest
Are we
Google
not?
search.
I don't know. I thought it was like an offensive word.
Am I allowed to say midget?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it just means a small person, right?
I think so, but I thought it was like
I didn't know it was taboo.
I thought it was offensive to people with dwarfism, but I could be wrong. I don't know
Yeah,
much.
well-
I'm not like well versed in the lore. I have to
Eh,
stop. Is it bad?
Yeah, I can't find anything. I can't really find it. Well, actually, oh, the Little People of America website. They say it's not great.
Consensus. The consensus is not great. Okay.
I mean, it's not like the N word, I guess, but it's like
That's the M word.
It's called. It's literally the article is the M word. So
It's been
maybe
interesting
it is,
to see that.
Wait,
cool.
dude,
What were
Wait.
you gonna say?
I was talking about Annoying Orange. I was watching a video. One of the I just realized that the pear and the orange are the same guy.
They're all Danebo.
I don't know
Oh
why
my
I didn't know
God.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a name that like
I
hasn't
thought they were
crossed
all
my
different
mind.
people. I don't know why.
No, you can tell
Well,
by
like
his
all the
teeth.
guest fruits are like all the fruits or all the food that die at the end. Those are all like the guest characters.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Well, I
the
would.
rest of them are Danebo.
I think they're all Danebo. Yeah. If you can pay attention because all the teeth are the same. That's what I noticed as a kid. Spent a lot of time looking at those teeth.
Dude, he's a visionary.
Danebo's
Rainbow has not uploaded in 4 years.
Yeah.
what? Oh, because he moved it all to the Annoying Orange channel.
You just go all in on the Annoying Orange.
Oh, probably. I mean, he
Also,
probably.
Annoying Orange Gaming.
I'm sure he doesn't have to work anymore. That man's probably made enough money for the rest of his life.
All right, next Google search: Danebo net worth.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's see how much he made.
5 million.
I have an estimated net worth of 20 million right here.
20 for Danebo?
God damn, yeah, for Dane Bodighimer is his full name apparently.
Oh my God, 20
He has
million.
his own Wikipedia page.
It's got as much as Markiplier. That's incredible. These YouTube giants.
Yeah, was probably inspired by Markiplier, I bet.
I mean, I think everyone is. I think everyone in some ways taking from Markiplier. You ever see those videos that Markiplier made where he's got the mouth on the dogs and he's barking?
Yeah.
Probably was inspired by that to make Annoying Orange. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, and he does it with the cats too, and he like meows.
Yes,
That's
I
good
mean,
stuff. That's good stuff.
I think we're all inspired by Markiplier in some way.
Yeah. He covered both bases there, man. He got the dogs and the cats. He's on it. Dude's a visionary. God bless Markiplier.
God bless Markiplier. So what have you guys been up to? It's been 2-ish weeks since we last recorded, I think.
I've just been chilling. It's been a pretty stressful week.
Has it?
Yeah. Just like the current state of the world. My work
yeah.
crazy and like, just like people just keep getting like the virus or what should I call it so we don't get demonetized?
I think the virus it's pretty generic, yeah.
People keep getting infected like at my work and shit and like just all over the place. So it's just stressful, dude. Like, and then I think on Friday or something, just the final nail in the coffin. This one woman that I deliver stuff for my job, but this one woman that I delivered to, like, she knows me by name. We're like good buddies, sometimes we talk about the weather. Sometimes she asks me if my boss is like making sure I'm warm enough when it's cold out. We're great friends. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I came up to her and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Good to see you." And like, she knows my name by now. It's been a couple of months. And so I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh my goodness, hello, Charlie." And I was like, "Dude, really?" Like I didn't correct her, but I was like, "Oh, hey, good to see you." She's like, "Oh my God, it's been so long, Charlie." I was like, "Yep, since yesterday, but here's your stuff. I'll see you later. And that kind of was the nail in the coffin for me. It's just a not great week.
Similar, like obviously a little bit different, but I had a similar situation in that where like someone assumed that they knew me, and I just kind of went along with it. It was super awkward. I went to the bathroom. I left class and went to the bathroom to take a piss, and I was up against the urinal, and then this dude came in and like, went to the other urinal and started talking to me. He's like, "Oh, hey man, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a bit. What class are you taking?" And I was like, I couldn't like turn my head to get a look at this guy to like see who he was. So I was like kind of like glancing over, and I looked up and I was like, "Oh, I don't know this dude." And I was like, "Oh, I'm in Japanese." And he's like, "Oh, Japanese? What are you taking Japanese for?" Like, "Oh, it's part of my major." And I think that's when he kind of realized like he did not know me. And so we both kind of like had to maintain this conversation pretending we knew each other. It was awful. I hated it.
Oh, wow.
Incredibly uncomfortable. Also,
you don't talk in the bathroom.
You don't talk when you're peeing.
I don't know why people
Right
I don't know why they do that. Don't talk in the bathroom.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Terrible.
very generic. Like, that's very common knowledge. Is the bathroom is not a place for talking and catching up.
Oh.
Oh well. How's your week been, Pat?
It's been pretty boring. I have a bunch of papers due in like a week, and that's about it.
Has there been like
Nice.
a increase in cases on your campus?
I don't think so. I haven't heard about it.
We've had a wave, as they've referred to it.
Woo! That sounds fun.
Yeah, something to look forward
Like
to.
how much of the student population is infected?
Is infected. I love that. It makes it sound like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, you said
Sounds
said the wave is coming, so
That's true.
zombie wave.
We're fighting off hordes. I think there were like 50 new cases today, but that's like it's like our biggest
just
spike
today?
yet. Yeah, but that's like our biggest.
What's
spike
your population again? Like 5,000 something?
Something like that. Yeah, that was not terrible. Wow. Small school. I miss zombie media. Like when zombie media was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, like The Walking Dead and stuff?
Oh, because like in 2013 you had The Walking Dead. You had like Plants vs Zombies. You had like
what's it called? World War
Z.
World War Z, yeah.
Oh, World War Z, dude, that was a great movie. I actually think that movie's probably pretty bad. But I remember really liking it when it came out.
I remember disliking it when it came out.
I liked it, yeah. I remember like the ending. Wasn't the ending sad or something?
Well, they like gave themselves cancer, didn't they?
But yeah, don't they like infect themselves with like some sort of disease, and then the zombies don't attack the people who have the disease? Is that how it ends? Wait, is that really how it ends?
Yeah, they like give themselves like fatal diseases because the zombies assume that they're already dead or something. It was very tragic, yeah.
What the fuck? I just remember the part where it's like Jerusalem or whatever, and then like they all start singing, all the people. Yeah, like they start singing and the zombies just climb over the wall. Like, what? Oh, and there's that part where they're on an airplane and like one person in the back of the airplane is like infected and like infects the whole airplane. Maybe that movie was kind of okay. Maybe it was all right.
It had some good concepts in it, yeah. I remember.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in like 7 years, so I can't make.
Yeah, me neither. Honestly, I feel like we watched it on the bus to like Hobith or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
watching it with like some of you guys. I'm sure of it.
Probably.
What else did we watch on the bus ride out? Remember that?
We watched Napoleon Dynamite, didn't we?
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, that's what I remember watching. And I never finished that movie.
Is that movie good?
It's a cult classic, but I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly.
Yeah, I remember it being it's kind of just weird. Like, don't they just kind of like say things and like there's not really a plot? Or is that just kind of how I remember it?
Yeah,
that movie reminds me of what's the one with like Jack Black and he's like in the...
Oh, Nacho Libre. I think those are very similar films.
Yeah, okay, yeah, those are kind of in the same vein. Although I feel like I like Nacho Libre more, but I think I've just seen that movie more.
I
don't think it's good, actually.
I
Is
hardly
that the
remember
one
it.
he wrestles, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you also might be thinking of Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James. I don't know why that
Didn't he
film,
like do that for his high school class in that movie or something? It was
Did
like a
he?
fundraiser.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
I
meant
think
he
so.
wrestled his high school class.
No, that'd been so much better.
That'd
Oh, I
been
think it was like a
funny.
fundraiser or something. They're like, put the fat man in the ring, and we'll make a
Fat Man
$20,000. Yeah, Fat Man funny. It
We need
is.
more Fat Man
Did
funny
he get in
movies.
shape for that movie? Did he turn out well?
Kevin James, did he
Yeah.
get in shape?
Fatter than
Yeah.
ever.
Probably gained weight.
Yeah, he's the biggest he's ever been for that movie.
He's bulked up for the wrestling scenes.
Do you remember that fucking zoo movie he was in?
Oh, I was thinking of We Bought a Zoo. But yes, I do. Zookeeper, I remember, yes.
Was it just called Zookeeper?
I think it was called Zookeeper, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember the one you mentioned before, Anthony. I remember seeing ads for that. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen that movie though.
I
We
never
Bought a
saw it.
Zoo.
That's one of those films that I saw the trailers for and never went to go see, but like I will never forget simply because of like how often I saw the trailers.
Yeah.
Bought a zoo.
But I never saw it.
That was the premise. They
They bought
bought
a
a
zoo.
zoo.
bought a zoo.
It's wacky and heartfelt. They bought a zoo.
They bought a zoo.
I don't know what you want from me.
What else do you need to know? I mean, come on.
Well,
In the
is there any
same vein-
conflict, or is it they just buy a zoo and then it's over?
Buy a zoo. and then-
Someone else wants to buy
Yes.
the zoo. In the same vein of zoo-based movies, there's also The Wild, which I love.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god, dude. I haven't seen that movie in years, but I used to watch that shit like on repeat as a kid.
Do you remember the part where the koala hits his nuts on the fence?
No.
No.
How do I not remember that part?
Well, they're sneaking out of the zoo to go rescue the little lion. And they pull up in like a truck and they're like, "Get in!" And the koala's like, "Oh yeah, mate!" And he like drops out of the tree and hits his big fat nuts on the fence and goes, "Oh!" And that's the whole
Is he
scene.
Australian?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just remember he dressed up as the Statue of Liberty.
He did. Yeah.
Oh
He was a
yeah.
role player.
He's into it.
He's LARPing. I don't know why roleplay is so funny to me. Not in like a sexual way, but like, I don't know, the concept of roleplaying. Like on chat rooms and stuff. I don't know, it's just goofy.
Fails to get a giggle out of me.
It does always get a giggle out of me too. I love it.
A little bit of a giggle. Just a little.
What is that?
No.
That's the koala.
Got a real screenshot.
That's not what he
from the
looked
movie.
like.
No.
sounds
No,
like
no. That's not what he looks like normally. I think he.
He's like an edited,
Oh.
like he's like an edited like flat top haircut.
Oh,
That's what he
man.
looks like normally.
Yeah.
I think
Why
in that
is he-
shot,
I think he had like a
his
bucket
head
on
was,
his
like,
head
in
or
a
something, and then they
computer.
took it off.
Yeah. Like exactly. Yeah. It like made his. I don't know why I remember that. It was weird.
Why
That's
does he
his
look
ears
so
are flat.
human? That's
It's so gross.
terrifying. The koala
so
from the wild
gross.
looks so humanoid. He's got like really small eyes that are like human
This is what
sized.
the movie looked like.
Do they all
Oh,
look
I
like
remember it
this?
the animals looked terrifying, didn't they?
Did
I
they?
just don't remember this at all.
Like if you wanted that kind of movie, but with animals that looked nice for kids, you would just watch Madagascar.
Madagascar's
Yeah.
stylized. They look like cartoony and interesting to look at.
Yeah, but
These look
these are, like-
terrifying.
They kind of look like they're in the same vein as like the first Sonic design. They
Yeah,
got like
yeah.
weird beady little eyes and a little bit too human of features. At least this koala does.
hmm
Koala definitely.
Guess
looks
what I got on
humanoid.
Rotten Tomatoes?
Ooh, 18.
Yeah, 19%.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Good guess.
Maybe I've looked this up before. I was actually a very big fan of The Wild. I had the game on the Game Boy.
Oh,
No.
there's a game? Really?
I think so. I could be totally incorrect about that,
Let
but
me
I
look it up.
believe
Game Boy.
I believe I had this on the Game Boy as a child and I couldn't beat
that's
it.
real.
Yep, okay. Confirmed.
It's definitely real.
And I couldn't beat it.
I feel like sometimes
Does this look similar? What you remember?
Yes, it does. Yes. God, his biceps.
So this jumping animation.
Why does he have ripped?
Why does he have 2 toes per feet? Oh my god.
So disgusting. Oh my god, like that's horrific to look at. Oh my
god. That's just a human.
Look how ripped the wildebeest is.
God.
It's like nothing but muscle.
That's one of the reasons I'm scared of horses, is because they're so incredibly jacked.
Fucking jacked, dude. Think about kangaroos too.
They are, dude. You know what's that
kangaroos.
one dog species? The
Pitbull?
Yeah, I think the pit bulls
Mr. Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide.
Keep getting ads for his podcast.
He's got no, he's a rival?
What?
Yeah, you not get those ads? I get them constantly.
No, I don't think I've never searched anything that would trigger the Pitbull ad to be advertised to me. What's the name of this podcast? Yeah, let's get Pitbull.
It's like something. Let me see. Pitbull.
The Worldwide Podcast.
Yeah, it's
Worldwide
like World
Podcast?
something. Where is it?
See, now I have to see him as a rival. Now there's no.
Was it a podcast?
There's no friendliness that can exist between us.
I think it's called From Negative to Positive with Pitbull. I think that's the podcast name.
What is the appeal of Pitbull again? What does he do?
He's a musician.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide. No, I don't think it is very good. He put out some good music a long time ago and kind of dropped off the face of the earth, I believe.
Yeah, he did. I don't even know if it was good music. It was just kind of music that was like people listen to.
It was just music. He just put out music.
He just put out music, didn't he?
Yeah, he essentially just put out music.
I wish he didn't. I wish he did. I can't even remember what his music sounded like, to be honest. All I remember is just him kind of going like, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, he would say that before he came in.
It was always like some piano build-up, like, boo, boo, boo. And he goes like, hey, y'all, I'm back for another round, Mr. Worldwide. And then the song starts, and you don't hear Pitbull ever again.
Did he do, what was that song they included in like the YouTube Rewind, like 2014, where they like, where they were on a building and they like pelvic thrusted through the roof? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, like, that could be any of the YouTube Rewinds for me because they all just blur together.
They do. They used to be kind of good. Like I remember
being hyped for them.
Yeah, when I was like in middle school, like 14, it was like, oh, are they gonna have Mark?
Yeah, are they gonna have like my favorite meme in here this time? Like they're gonna put what does the fox say in? Oh my god, of course they did.
Oh, of course I forgot about that song.
Do you guys remember YouTube Rewind? What was the one that was like so controversial? Was it a year ago or a couple years ago?
Oh.
It was the really bad one.
That was a couple of years ago, I think. And I think that it was controversial because it was just bad, wasn't it?
Oh, that might have been the one 2 years ago because didn't they make like the apology rewind the next year? It's just basically like not a rewind at all. It's like countdown of top 10 moments of YouTube.
Yes. What did they do wrong? What was so bad about it? I can't remember.
Should I look it up?
Was that the one with the Will Smith? Yeah, it was, right?
Oh, it was that one. It was that one, yeah. I think the problem with that one was that it was just like nobody knew any of the people on the YouTube Rewind besides like the celebrities. So it was like, what?
I was gonna say, I think the problem is that YouTube has grown to be like a global, like a corporation at this point, and so everyone uses it like worldwide. And so when you want to see like all the most popular content creators on there, you're only gonna recognize like a third of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then they should just do it by country or by nation or whatever.
Yeah, or just like do it. To save yourself the trouble.
Just don't do it. Just stop making them, yeah.
They used
It's not
to
like
be
we're
good.
begging for them.
No, I don't think anybody is. I don't think anybody even expects them. They're just kind of like, they come out and people are like, oh yeah, I guess these are a thing.
They were big when we were younger. Because
Yeah, they were huge when we were young. But they
the one that I
totally
remember, at our age, had the pelvic thrust through the building.
was that a Gangnam Style one?
Ooh, it could have been.
Because I remember there's a
Oh, it was turned down for what? It was turned down for what?
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
Oh.
Ow!
Ooh.
Ow!
My
I
favorite
love that
song.
sound. Ow!
Fuck, dude. Wow.
I wanted to talk about this last week, and I forgot to talk about it. While I was sick, I had a genuine fever dream, like a dream while I was sick with a fever. And it was probably one of the strangest dreams I've had in such a long time. It featured me I was scaling a mountain to get a pepper. There's a pepper that grew at the top of this mountain, and I needed to go harvest it. And so I remember genuinely half the dream was just me climbing this mountain, in real time. It was very slow and methodical. And then I got to the snowy area. It was a ski resort, and the pepper was being grown in the cold area. And I was going to get it, and the ski resort was in a tree house. It was up in the trees. And I was going to get the pepper, and then I got chased off by guard dogs, but they were polar bears. And so these polar bears were chasing me, and I had the pepper. I got the pepper, and I was getting chased by these polar bears, and I jumped off a cliff to get away from them. And I fell, and I hit the ground on my stomach first. And I was laying on the ground, stomach down, and I looked up, and there was this creature in front of me, and I have no idea how I manufactured this creature in my head, because I have never seen anything like it. It was about the size of a cat, but lizard-like in shape, and on its back there was this large amber sap-like fluid, almost like Jello on its back, and it the liquid continued over its shoulders and into its nose, and it stood on 4 legs and had a tail, and its nose was a human massive nose that took up half of its face and stuck out, and it turned to me and revealed its human face, and then a fly landed in the sap, and it very powerfully inhaled through its nose and sucked the sap in, all of it. And then the sap came back out. It blew it all back out, and the fly was gone.
What?
So that's how it feeds?
Yes. And then I removed I took a straw out of my pocket and I slurped it up, the juice.
Oh, Anthony, you dirty
So you
dog!
killed
Why
that
did
animal?
you do that?
I guess I did
Killed
kill
that
it.
You killed that rare species.
What was that? Why did I imagine?
And why did I imagine giant vacuum cleaners? It makes no sense.
That's true.
What's the name of the species, or what would you give it?
Oh,
What's its scientific name? Do you
it's a
think?
Schnozosaurus. I don't know what it was, but it terrified me.
I like that it's just this, it's the size of a cat. It's just this tiny little thing.
It felt like a Pokemon.
But that's so weird.
It was weird because normally in my dreams, I don't create new things. I see things that I've seen in the real world, people I know show up, or I've had a dream about a giant lizard at Santa Monica before. But those are all just normal, real things. This lizard, I've never seen this. I've never seen a Schnozosaurus.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have to do some deep diving into your mental psyche to figure out why your brain created that and what it means.
Dream interpreters, leave a comment.
Yeah,
I did sketch it out. I sketched it out
really?
in class the next day. I'll include a photo.
Yes, dude.
I'll include a photo.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, that was terrifying.
So you remembered this dream after a couple days?
Oh, I woke up. I had to have had the dream 2 minutes before I woke up, because I immediately remembered it. It was super strange.
And you still vividly know what it looks like?
Oh yes, I vividly. Well, yeah, I like drew it out. That thing was.
It was like
If you didn't draw it, would
odd.
you still remember what you think or no?
Yes, it was gray and like it stood on four legs, and it had like the human nose was like pink and fleshy and had scales and had like a sap on the back. I can vividly see it in my head.
Did it have scales on the nose, or was just the nose
No,
just
the
like a
nose was
human
just
nose?
like it was just like a human nose.
Oh my god! It sounds like a fucking drawing from like Where the Wild Things Are, like Maurice Sendak
Yeah.
drawing, bro. Like that's what you dreamed.
I was
That's
not
weird.
expecting you to name drop the creator of Where the Wild Things Are.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that's stored in my brain that I know the fucking author of Where the Wild Things Are.
You just created a new cryptid.
That is a new
Hey, you really
cryptid.
did. You should write about it.
Yeah. How do you make it scary? You get stuck in its sap and then it just inhales you. That's not very frightening.
Do all cryptids need to be scary?
How come there are no friendly cryptids?
Or do they just have to be like odd for them to be cryptids?
I don't know. Yeah, what are the requirements for a cryptid? Because
Well,
when I
let's
think of
think, like,
cryptids,
Bigfoot. Like
He's not
he's
friendly.
dangerous. He could kill you. He could
he
knock
could
you
kill
out.
you. On Finding Bigfoot, they seem afraid constantly.
That's why they
They
go
do.
in groups of 4. You
Is
can't
that
go
actually
out.
why they go groups of four?
I don't know.
Just making up Bigfoot lore.
So
I like the Bigfoot call that they all do.
Mothman's not evil, is he? He seems kind of nice.
But doesn't he like?
Doesn't he kill
Isn't he like
people?
the warning that like an accident's about to happen? Like he shows up and then like a bridge collapses or whatever.
A harbinger.
Yeah, he's like a harbinger. So I get he could be nice. He could be friendly.
He's not
He's
awful.
not necessarily like directly responsible for
I mean, like,
what happens.
Oh yeah.
what other cryptids even are there? I'm trying to think of some. I can only think
Goatman.
There's the Jersey
Goatman
Devil.
a cryptid?
Who's Goatman? What?
of...
That's
Thing?
not
Did I
real.
just create that. I
Who's
swear to you,
Goatman?
I've heard of Goatman.
Chupacabra's one, right?
Yeah. Chupacabra.
Yeah.
He's like a little. See, I always thought he was like another Bigfoot, but that's because of the Scooby-Doo movie. In reality, he's like a little dog.
Yeah, they're like little blood-sucking dogs, aren't they? Like little coyotes.
Yeah, I think their name means like bloodsucker or goat sucker. I hope they're not
we
goat
also have
sucker.
skinwalkers.
Yes, we do. Those-
Ooh.
That's
are not-
that's actually one that's pretty big in our area.
Yeah,
Is it?
dude.
Yeah, in Colorado,
Florida,
in the West. I mean, that's where it's from.
Yeah, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's true.
It's true, dude. Do you remember going to New Mexico?
Do I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
I remember
Mexico?
To New
Scaring
Mexico.
each other with fucking skinwalker stories and stuff. Yeah, when we went to Rehoboth.
Oh, I thought you said Mexico. I was like, did I forget this trip?
Yeah, you remember when we all went to Mexico together? Saw the chupacabras.
Fought them off. I do remember scaring each other with skinwalker stories in New Mexico.
God, dude, that's like the one cryptid, like legend or whatever, that I just like don't want to fuck with, you know? Because that shit freaks me the fuck out. Like it always has, and it just like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think there'll ever come a time where I just like am not like a little bit scared of a skinwalker sneaking up on me or something.
Yeah, remember me and Anthony we have a Native American friend.
Oh yeah.
And he told us about like I don't remember who in his family, but like apparently if you ask like I don't know what you call them. I don't know if tribe's the right word, but like that group, you know, the like Native American group, if you like ask like the elders about the skinwalkers, they like don't answer because they don't want
Yeah.
to talk about them.
He's
dude.
told us we're not allowed to say the word more than 3 times, which I think we've done. So sorry guys. Sorry viewers.
Well, if you say it more than 3 times, he said that they know where you are then.
Yeah, it like informs them of your location. They get like pinged.
I
But
think
like
I've
he
only
said
said
they
it,
wouldn't
like,
track you
twice.
down and like they would only do it if like you're in the wilderness in like New Mexico. They would kill you or something.
Yeah,
So
New
it's
Mexico.
it's like a blip goes on their radar, but they don't necessarily act out on it until they've got the opportunity.
Yeah.
So then I guess they're friendly.
Wow. Some good lore.
Yeah,
For
they're friendly.
They're in the friendly category.
But
No,
he
they
told us like stories of like hikers that like would have boulders like magically fall on them, like these giant boulders that like have no reason to like fall off cliffs, and they would land on hikers and stuff. So
wow.
I don't know, it's some shaman magic, dude. It's scary.
Some scary shit.
Some earthbending magic.
They're just earthbenders.
They're earthbenders.
That should be a cryptid. Is just some dude who can move rocks. Or what about the Pinecone Man? Was that on the podcast and we discussed that?
What is the Pinecone Man?
You don't remember Pinecone Man?
Did we talk about that?
I don't know if we came up with that on the podcast, but Patrick and I were on a call talking about like fake cryptids. We're using the Chills voice and we were just coming up with stuff. And it was like,
I remember
the Pinecone Man. He had like the body of a human and no head, but just like a pine cone where the head would be. And he would walk around the forest naked.
Oh, come on. I love that.
Number 15, Pinecone
Goatman
Man.
is real. I looked
What?
up the Goatman. Goatman of Maryland is a legendary half goat, half man creature that has the head and hindquarters of a goat and the body of a human.
It's a satyr, but backwards.
Yeah, it's like a backwards satyr. That's gross.
That's just reverse Grover. That's clearly a man.
Is that Goatman?
Yeah.
I would call him friendly because I'm not frightened by that at all.
You guys remember like
That is
the
just
rake?
Grover.
The what?
Hold on. Rake?
The
Do
rake?
you remember that shit? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Is that
They say,
considered a cryptid or just like a creepypasta?
Maybe more of a creepypasta, but that's what comes up when I put in the rake. But I remember that one kind of scared me, but I feel like it's just because it's similar enough to like I don't want to say the word aloud again. Listen, I'm not superstitious, but I'm not fucking around with like
No, that's
with the walkers.
That's
I've
fair.
never heard
That's
the Fresno. What do they call it, Anthony? The Fresno.
the Fresno nightcrawlers or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, a nightcrawler is a type of worm. Maybe the night walkers. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it's right. Nightcrawlers, right?
Are they worms?
Why are they around Fresno?
I don't know.
That's like where they're spotted.
So they spawn.
Fresno?
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
they're like on a bunch of different people's like security cameras around like certain neighborhoods, They're not terrifying at all.
That's
Like, I don't
legs.
know what.
Oh, that's
Oh my
hilarious.
god. Yeah,
You
I don't
see
know why
one?
Patrick and I knew about these when we were like 12. We both knew about these at the same time. And they might have scared me then, but I find them very funny now. The Fresno
Just like a
Night-
pair
They're
of
just heads. They're just heads with legs.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's incredible.
they're goofy
It's
looking.
incredible. This might be my new favorite. Like, that's insane.
That's probably my favorite
Oh my
cryptid.
Oh my god.
Because they're not harming anybody. They're just cute little head
All they
leg
do
folk.
is like walk across random lawns in Fresno
That's so harmless.
during the night. They don't do anything else.
They look like
And they're in
they look like the
Fresno.
paper mache ghosts I used to make with my mom at Halloween time when I was like 8. I love them. They're very
Holy
cute.
shit. Holy shit. I kind of want to like go to Fresno now. Go on a night
Just to
a
hunt
night
for them.
walker hunt. Yeah, night walker hunt. I want to capture one alive.
That'll be our first vlog. Oh, I had the worst voice crack on vlog.
That was the night
I s-
the night walkers were warning you.
I don't know why I still get voice cracks. I think I'm like still finishing puberty. I think I got like 75% through. And then my
I
body
don't think
said,
it ever ends.
it'd be nice if it
Doesn't it like
continued.
stop when you're like 20 something?
Mine stopped at 16.
No, I'm done.
I got
No,
to
I mean
16.
like when you're fully developed, I mean.
Oh, like when your
I think you have
brain's
to be like
done.
24.
Yeah.
Like for men, it's like you have to be 24. Whatever.
Yeah, so don't smoke crack until you're 24. Otherwise, it'll like mess with your head.
If you do, go to fucking Oregon. and get arrested for it.
Oh yeah.
Somebody made a Fresno Nightcrawler Minecraft skin for us. It's a specific thing to do.
No.
Let's do that. Let's start a series where we play Minecraft and one of us has a cryptid skin and the other two have to play normal survival mode and the cryptid comes out and kills you.
Yeah, dude.
We'll make machinimas.
Our first vlog has got to be us driving out to Fresno and trying to capture some nightwalkers.
I'm down for that.
What do you mean by capture? Like capture them on footage or?
No,
capture them. Like, we're gonna bag them.
We'll bag them and bring them on the podcast as a guest. What would they say?
They even have mouths? Can they speak? Like,
maybe they speak in Morse code. Like their toes, they tap dance. All they are is like a head and legs.
oh my god. Oh my god. It's like imagining them tap dancing in like Morse code.
In like a parking lot. It's like CCTV footage of them in a parking lot, like dude, like putting on the Ritz.
Holy shit. What you do when you're literally all legs.
Can someone make that like footage, like really eerie, creepy footage of a nightwalker, like a nightcrawler, like coming out into like a parking lot and then just starts tap dancing?
Like really into it too.
Like
it's
really
like Irish
well.
river dancing, like jumping up in the air and shit.
It's a river dancing. I'd really appreciate that.
Holy fuck.
I would love that. If anyone knows how to do that, contact us.
Yeah, do it. I'll literally pay you.
I had an idea for a video that I thought of in the shower, and it made me laugh really hard, but I don't know if I want to go through with it because I don't know if people will like interpret it as a joke or take it seriously. But I wanted to make a Minecraft Frank Sinatra My Way parody.
That is definitely a shower thought right there.
I don't know if the viewers would see that and be like, oh god, they're making parodies now.
What if that's like what fucking sets us up? Like that gets 100 million views, like instantly millionaires overnight. That's our legacy.
Our legacies, it would be my Minecraft Frank Sinatra My Way cover.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea. I think you should do it. Honestly, I mean, at this point, just like fucking whatever.
It's true. At this point, we can make kind of anything because no one's watching. There are no standards set.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
There's no expectation.
No.
Here, I gotta go real quick. I'll be right back in like 5 minutes.
How does the How does a nightcrawler have no arms? The skin.
So, does it have a head? Like, does it have a face?
Oh, like the real life nightcrawlers, the ones that really exist in the real world?
Yeah. Those ones.
Yeah, they've got heads. Because if you look at that picture on our audio only podcast.
Yeah, there's like a bulbous part. I guess that's their head.
So they've got a head and two legs, and they just roam around Fresno.
I can't believe it.
They're the funniest cryptids to me.
Cryptids.
I really want those to be real.
If any cryptid should be real, it should be that fucking one. Like, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
If we learn how to like splice genes, I hope we splice the genes to make that.
You know what? Have you heard of? Hold on, because I just looked it up. But I already knew this about Colorado. Colorado's cryptid, like its most famous original cryptid, is I can't remember the name, but it's literally just
Colorado.
Yeah, but I can't remember and it's like a wholly unique to Colorado because of like the mountains. But basically, dude, it's a fucking giant whale that lives at the top of mountains that
what?
I guess in the Old West days, they used to explain the disappearances of like entire wagons and caravans in the Rocky Mountains. They thought it was like a giant whale that lived at the top of mountains and would slide down the rocks and like eat caravans and then go back up.
What? I've never heard of this.
It's called the slide rock bolter, Anthony. It's
The
called the slide rock bolter.
Wait, like Bulker, like Bulker?
Bolter.
Oh, like he
The
bolts
slide rock.
down and eats the wagons and goes back up.
Yeah, here, wait, ready? Eyewitnesses describe the slide rock bolter as a large whale-like
Witnesses.
monster with an immense head, small eyes, and a huge mouth. It has a flared tail with huge grabbing hooks at the end.
Grabbing hooks.
Holy shit.
I've never heard of that.
A dynamite-filled dummy left as a bait for this predatory mountain whale flattened the mining town of Rico.
What?
They
What
blew
are
it
you
up.
talking about?
Someone tried to catch the mountain whale and they blew up their town?
Yeah.
What's a mountain whale?
Oh, so apparently there's a Colorado-only cryptid known as the rock slide bolter, and it's a whale.
The slide rock bolter.
So, the slide. I'm sorry, Mr. Bolter, to get your name incorrect. But he slides down mountains and then hooks onto wagons with his hook tails and his predatory mouth, and he eats wagons, and then he goes back to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. They
What
tried
is
to
he?
blow him up.
He's a whale.
He's a whale. He's a
Is it a
mountain
land
whale.
whale?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally like in this drawing of him. It looks like he's just a whale.
Here, how do you spell it? How do you spell it?
It's slide and then like hyphen rock and then bolter.
That is
Slide rock bolter.
terrifying. What the?
How have I never known about this?
Apparently, the mining town of Rico, they left a dynamite-filled dummy in the middle of the town and blew it up. So presumably, the slide rock bolter took the bait, ate it, and they killed it and blew it up. That's what I'm hoping happened.
The channel's next video essay is literally going to be on this because I find that so interesting.
Oh, he's dead. There's no worry, right?
Yeah, well, there hasn't been a sighting since they blew up the town of Rico.
We did it. We got rid of him. We were successful.
Holy shit. That's so funny.
Oh. So wait, Patrick.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about your scratch story to get us away from cryptids. I think we did like 40 minutes of cryptid talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind the scratch? The time you got written out of scratch lore? Because I know Teddy's not heard this before.
Sure, I'll try to give some background. So, Scratch is like a website, and I think it's also a program that you download, and it's like coding for kids, kind of, right? You make like you instead of typing out code, you have like these little puzzle pieces that you connect to each other, right? So it's like coding made for kids. And what you do is you make like video games or like videos and stuff with it, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
The Mario games.
Yeah, you make like really scuffed games when you were like 12 years old. And I loved it because I think I learned about it in like 4th grade, and I think I did it for like a year and a half of like just constantly, like it was super fun, to be honest. And we made this group on Scratch. Like me and a couple friends from my old elementary school, and this was before I knew Anthony and these guys, so I didn't know any of you guys then.
You almost said trollers.
No. And then so with Scratch like gained more and more popularity. I think it's definitely gone downhill since, but at its peak, we were like, our group had a lot of fun uploading video games and stuff. And then when we just grew out of it eventually and we stopped uploading. But one of my friends kept using Scratch all the way through like high school and stuff, and he became like I won't name it specifically because I don't want to I don't want people to figure out who he is, but he was like one of the top 5 scratchers on the website, and there was millions of people on it.
Oh, damn.
He was like, it's like he was like one of the smoshes of Scratch, right? Except, and but he had moved states, so I never really kept up in contact with him. But well, now I know where he goes to university, but I won't say where. I don't think he uses it anymore, but like it's just so odd that happened. You know, that you one of your old friends like became this giant like
top scratcher.
Yeah.
Became the Smosh of Scratch.
Smosh of Scratch. That's crazy.
I think the part that kills me is Patrick and I were in a voice call when we discovered this, and we like found his channel and kind of like went back at all his creations. And if you go far enough back, you can start connecting to like his older, like other kind of accounts. And I guess his fans had done this too. And if you go back to one of the videos that he and Patrick had collaborated on, there's comments on there that are like, wow, it's so-and-so's earlier works, blah, blah, blah. And then one comment was just, who's this Patrick guy? And someone responded with, I don't know, it's just some dude. Like, he got written completely out of Scratch lore.
Well, he actually had done a Q&A, right?
Oh, did
Where
he?
he explained, like on Scratch, not on YouTube. He did like a Q&A on Scratch, like, I don't know, a year after he moved or something. And he had, he, like, one of the questions was like, I don't remember what the question was, but he had talked about like who he was friends with before on Scratch and like where he started. And he like mentioned us. So people knew that like I was part of the original group, but they just didn't know who we were. Like nobody knew who we were, but they knew our names, which is kind of weird.
Cryptid of
One
Scratch.
comment. So the old channel where we had like 3 of my old friends that all combined into one channel. The name of the channel was the abbreviations of each of our names, right?
Yeah.
And some guy had, I don't know how he figured it out, but he knew like all of our names just from that.
Dude.
They're onto you. They're gonna track you down. You should make a comeback on Scratch and like live off the fame of your friend.
I don't even think that many people use it though.
Has it died off?
If it was YouTube, I definitely would.
Bring popularity to that.
If it was YouTube, if I knew the guy who created Smosh, of course I would.
Let's bring him on the podcast.
Bring him on.
Interview him. He could come on the podcast, but I don't really.
I don't think he would. That'd be so awkward.
It would be so weird. I haven't talked to him in like 9 years. Keep in mind.
And Teddy and I have never spoken to him or met him.
Literally never spoken to him. We're just interviewing him on our podcast.
But he does go to a college at one of. Actually, we all know who. We all know this person who goes to the same college.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I know who it is. I think.
You know, I'll just say it. You can bleep it out, okay?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. He goes to.
Oh wait, where did he go?
He goes to.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to. He used to make me feel inadequate.
He finds. Can you imagine? I was actually talking about this the other day with I think my dad. Like if my friend, not the one we just mentioned, but the one Scratch guy, if he met up with our other friend at that university and became friends, if they brought up my name, that would be the most cursed thing ever.
It would be. God,
because they would both know me, and keep in mind this was before I moved states, so
that'd be like crazy.
Unnatural connection.
It would be a very strange connection, but I don't think they would. I don't know, the chances of them. That college has a lot of people. I think so.
Yeah, no, it's on.
What if they're like best buds? What if they hang out every night? Talk about the old days of Scratch with Patrick.
That's true. No, that'd be weird. I feel like I don't know how often that happens, but at the same time, you know, like the 7 degrees of bacon theory.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the theory that it's common knowledge, the bacon theory. It's
Yeah,
the,
my bad.
no, it's the idea that like every person is connected by like 7 people, like 7 degrees of separation, and then
Oh,
the bacon part is like so to some degree, like like 7 people, and one of them would know. Like someone would know someone who knows someone 7 times over who knows Kevin Bacon, the actor.
oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I believe that. Honestly, I believe that, bro.
Like I think it's
Because
pretty.
it's crazy how many people like you run into in your life, or like how many people are connected to like other people that just
Yeah.
pop up in your life, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
I believe that. That's
You
a
would think
sound
it would
theory.
never happen with how many humans there are, but
It happens all the time.
I
Like,
don't know. It's creepy.
it is creepy.
Like if you know somebody who's a foreign exchange student who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows like the prime minister of Japan or something.
Exactly, dude.
A couple of days ago I watched a video. It was about it's similar to this. It was like you oh my god, I just forgot. The thought came into my mind and it just exited immediately. It was a video about we were just talking about knowing. Oh, it was some like college guy, some like professor at a college, like went to his students at the beginning of the year and was like, "Hey, if you can make contact with Bill Clinton, I'll give you 100 like or $1,000 or something."
Why Bill Clinton?
Or it was just like random. No, it wasn't just Bill Clinton. Sorry, it was like Bill Clinton, just a bunch of random other like people that are famous, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, "If you do this, I'll give you the money, right? If you can prove to me that you made contact with them somehow." It was just like a experiment. It wasn't that he wanted to actually like talk to Bill Clinton or something, right?
he had some powerful words for Mr.
No,
Clinton.
it was just a kind of a fun thing to do. And like the whole reason that this is brought up is because when the professor said that nobody had done it yet, right? Like he did it every year. The professor like did it for all of his classes every year, right?
Hmm.
And then when he told his students that nobody had done it the previous year, that like encouraged them, and then like 7 people did it.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, it was like a psychological experiment, I guess. Like if you know that something is undone, it's more like
More likely to try it.
yeah, you have like a more of an inclination to try to attempt it.
Probably true.
Wow.
So then we're 7 people away from knowing Markiplier.
We are.
We know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows Markiplier.
7
Dude, we
people
gotta
away from
find
getting
him.
Markiplier on the show, dude.
Who do
That
you
actually
think
would be really interesting. How would we manage that? Like what connections do we have? It's probably like
Dude,
some
it's probably like
smaller
probably like
YouTubers
Caden
collabed.
it's probably Caden and then like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
That's true.
That's true. We're like 3 degrees of separation from Jake Paul.
You just need to find people that Jake Paul knows, and we'll eventually get there.
Well, Jake Paul
eventually get to
probably knows
Marky.
someone. Jake Paul probably there's got to be some person who's like a mediary. Is that a word? A mediary? Someone who's
I
in
don't know,
between
mediator?
Markiplier and Jake Paul. Like there's got to be one person who's like in betweener between those friend groups or between those worlds.
Exactly. And there might be like a couple, like, you know, who knows? But it's there. The connection's there because of your theory, Anthony. The theory you came up with.
That I invented on this podcast.
Yeah, Anthony's theory.
It's the 7 Degrees of Marinaut podcast.
Proven fact.
Oh, that was such a terrible joke.
I think I'm like the 12th cousin of George Bush.
Which one?
Yeah.
The good one?
The younger one, 2000.
Ah,
Or
the
the
one, the
senior.
good one.
The good one.
Let's not get political.
Oh, good point. Someone
I love that Bush guy.
Someone pointed out that at some point we're gonna have a president who like has made a YouTube video before. Like we're gonna have a president who we can go back and watch like their YouTube videos.
That's really cursed.
Isn't it?
Or like had an Instagram or like a TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that'll become like a
TikTok.
that'll become
No,
a thing.
dude,
Is like
that's got to get scrubbed before they become president.
well, they'll start running for president, and then the other like smear campaign will start saying like, "Look at his old Minecraft Let's Play series. Look at these jokes he made about midgets. You can't say midget.
You can't say midget." According to the Marinaut Podcast, episode whatever.
Yeah, now we can't run for president. We screwed ourselves over.
We screwed it. Fuck.
It's okay though. But also, I was thinking about this before we recorded. I'll have like seasons of my life where I'll just binge like horror videos on YouTube. I don't know why I do it because they terrify me, but I love them. And at one point during the videos, I kind of realized like eventually YouTube's been around for like 10, 15 years. Eventually, there's going to be a point where if it goes on long enough, a lot of the videos will just be videos of people who have passed away or died. Like, there will come a time where a lot of these YouTubers will be dead, and you'll just go back and like it's just a graveyard of content of someone who's no longer alive.
Mm-hmm. Like if in 100 years, like
yeah, especially
there are no people that will be alive that are currently making YouTube videos. Like
all the
all
videos would still be there, unless like YouTube starts deleting people's videos when they die.
Didn't that happen to like Link's Warlord or something?
Did they do that to Link's Warlord? He didn't die. He just quit YouTube.
Oh, I thought he passed away. Is he not dead?
Oh, maybe. I don't think he is.
He's like a Call of Duty. I never even watched him. I only know him because of Patrick.
Dude, he was the best Black Ops 2 YouTuber by far.
Was he?
By far. He had the best tips. He was the guy who made me stop using vibration on the controller. Because he's like, I remember his video, he was like, it draws your attention away from the gameplay. So
he had a point.
It's a good point. I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty anymore.
Did you go pro? Did you go professional?
I think Link's Warlord did.
That's why he stopped uploading.
I kept beating Blake at the fucking quickscope matches, so I think it worked. To be honest,
I would bet with like 60% certainty that Blake knows who Link's Warlord is.
Oh, Blake probably does.
Oh yeah, I would say even like 80. I would say 95% certainty. I'm gonna raise the stakes.
He played Black Ops 2, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
100%.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like it did. Is Black Ops now or not Black Ops? Like what's the current one? Warzone.
Black Ops.
Is it Black Ops again?
Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah.
Oh, Cold War. Cold War.
I don't know. They have some weird obsession with Black Ops. They really need to stop.
Are those? I was gonna make a very stupid joke, and I'm not gonna. Are those games like not getting better, or are they like? Like I don't like.
No, I think there was a time where they weren't getting better, like towards after Advanced Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of stopped progressing.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, and then Black Ops 3. Well, Black Ops 3 was okay.
And the 4.
It's mainly like I think that the one that came out last year was pretty good.
What was that?
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Yeah, it's just kind of like a new ish take on Call of Duty. Like it's a little bit more realistic. Like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about this new Black Ops. I just don't know because I don't really care about Call of Duty that much anymore. Like, not that I think it's bad or anything. I just don't think it's like for me as much anymore, at least.
I have a strong urge to want to play Call of Duty again, especially like Search and Destroy.
Like the old ones or the new ones?
Either.
I
Nobody plays the old ones anymore.
I want the old feeling on a new game, but I don't think I've ever hit that.
I want to play a game and have a feeling like that. It's been so long since like I've seen a trailer for a video game and just gotten excited. Like In middle school,
Yeah.
I could get excited over anything. You could show me like Spelunky and I'd lose my mind. But now, now it's really hard for me to like, I'll look at a game trailer and I'll be like, it's not going to end up like that.
No, exactly. Like it's impossible to like maintain your expectations for video games when like over the years they've constantly been shat on, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's almost like a defense mechanism a little bit.
Oh, it
You
is.
wait
You
for the
kind of
Elder
prepare for
Scrolls,
the
dude.
worst.
Oh my god, the Elder
That's gonna
Scrolls.
be. That's a coin flip, dude. That's either gonna be a mediocre game or a horrible game, in my opinion.
It
Yeah.
can't live up to Skyrim. I think that's the problem. Is Skyrim is like hailed as the
They're gonna
greatest
have to
open world game.
reinvent it. Like they can't do it again. Like they can't just make a like the same game, like a
No.
Fallout or a Skyrim with like the same engine. If it's gonna succeed, it's gonna have to reinvent it because like the standard for gaming, I think, is finally going up a little bit. You know,
Dude,
Finally.
especially for those kinds of games. I mean, you think people
Yeah,
could get? Do you think they
exactly.
could get away with that Skyrim combat in 2020?
Oh my god, no.
no way. Exactly. So
Give
it's
it-
like they're gonna have to do something new.
But I don't know what they can do that's new. I think for a while people just made their games open world because open world was cool. Which granted it is. I love that genre, but they need to do something that like justifies the game being open world. Cuz
You know what they're
I
gonna
think
do?
Skyrim was justified in being open world.
I feel like Skyrim did a good job of it. There's a lot of games that don't do a great job of it.
Yeah.
They just kind of make it open world because, and it
Yeah.
leaves it feeling like hollow and empty. Like you gotta
problem
fill
with-
your world.
Open world is something that is not something you throw in a game to make it better. The game has to be. I think you said this earlier, Anthony. It has to be like constructed with
Yeah.
the open world in mind before. Like any game, if you just throw open world, it doesn't make it objectively better.
It has to be built around the concept for it to work.
Well.
Which reminds me, after discussing how much I wanted to be a leprechaun as a kid, I don't know why there's not an open world game where you're just small and you're in like a neighborhood. Like that would be so fun to me.
How brilliant is that? Because there's like I remember playing this earlier in the year with like Evan or something. It's like it was like in a beta, but like it was some game where like you're like a shrunken little kid in like a backyard or something, and it looked like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I was like,
Was
okay,
that
I guess that could be fun.
There's like a game where you have to like build against like these bugs that try to attack you. Is that it?
Yeah, it fucking sucked. It
wasn't
terrible. I hated it. It wasn't really for me. Like I'm not a big survival game person.
Yeah,
and it
I'm
just was
saying,
so
yeah.
buggy and like it wasn't really finished, and it was like, and this isn't worth it for me. But I love that idea of like being a tiny little thing and just like a big.
So what would you
of
do then?
grass.
What's the goal?
Here's what I'm thinking. These are the
You, like,
images I have in
break
my
it-
head.
dude, how about you like break into a bank or something?
It's a heist game.
That'd be sick.
In my head, I have the imagery of like collecting sticks and leaves and wood chips to make like a boat, and you have to navigate like a river. And then imagine like boss fights, and the bosses are just like it's like a garter snake or something. You have to fight off a
It's just like
snake,
a
you're
butterfly?
tiny little man. Yeah, but it's just horrifying, like a moth. Like
Yeah, because they're scary up close.
yeah, I just think
So
that
that would
concept to me
work.
is so cool. Just like fighting
Squirrel.
everyday things, but it's really scary because you're small. Like imagine going into sewers, a sewer level, like the plug and play Spider-Man game that you had as a kid, Patrick.
That game terrified me so much. I don't know why.
Plug and play Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're like in the sewers with like the killer croc guy chasing you, Dr. Crocodile or whatever.
Dr. Croc.
Doc Croc.
The lizard.
Is that his name?
Yeah, it's just called the lizard.
Well, I
The
remember he was a
lizard.
doctor who transformed. I remember because I watched the TV show. That's
Yeah,
part of
he
the
is.
lore.
He had a lizard arm.
Is he like British? I remember him from The Amazing Spider-Man, that wonderful movie.
He might have been British.
It's like, Peter, I've
Peter.
regrown my arm, and now I'm a lizard.
How do you like my sewers, Peter? Very homey, is it not?
God.
I've noticed from editing these videos that every time Patrick mentions something that scared him as a child, Teddy and I lose our minds. Like, it's so funny to us for no reason.
Well, it's because you would be scared of it now. That's why.
Well, I don't know.
You put me in the position that I'm actively scared of the guy still. That's why it's funny.
I don't know. Bigfoot is still funny to me. That's fair
God.
though. I rewatched the monkey video that terrified me as a kid, the monkey attack in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
I still was very scared of it. Because the woman's like crying over the 911 call.
Yeah.
And
That's something that it does not change with age.
No, it's still scary.
Yeah. And you like hear the ape in the background, just
Yes!
like, and you just hear her. She's like, "Oh my god, her face is like getting ripped off." It's like, dude, that shit's traumatizing.
The police show up and they shoot it 7 times, and she's still talking to the 911 operator, and she's at this point she's like crying and she's whispering. She goes, "Oh my god, he's not dead!" And you can like hear the monkey. It
Oh my god,
freaked me out.
that's terrifying. God,
I was like 8.
that's a
What do they do? Do they
horrifying
kill
fate.
it?
They shoot it 7 times, and then it like slowly walks into the house and then dies in front of its cage.
Yeah.
Turns out the reason it was like that is because they gave it Xanax, which causes like hallucinations and paranoid behavior in chimpanzees.
Man,
Do not give animals drugs, please.
they gave him a Zanny, and that's what he did.
He popped a Xanny and went crazy.
He went sicko mode.
Let's give a chimp
The
Molly.
lady lived, right?
Yeah, she did. That's a detail I do not remember. She survived and lost her hands and her eyes and her nose and her jaw, but her jaw was reconnected,
Lips,
I think.
like her tongue.
She lost her hands? What?
She lost like everything. It was a horrible.
Like they bite.
God, how
they bite your
monkeys are
off.
strong.
Dude,
Yeah.
chimps have so much. I don't want to turn into the Joe Rogan podcast here, but chimps have so much strength. Like those guys are jacked.
And they're,
So
like,
that's why they can
sadistic.
carry. That's why they can carry 2 machine guns on horseback.
Yeah.
That's why
Movie's accurate.
that's such a specific reference. I don't know if anyone will like connect those dots.
Do not mention where it's from. People will just.
Yeah. They got it right. They got it
I
right.
don't
Somebody
think it's
will
a
get it.
real historic event that actually occurred. The monkeys had guns? Yeah,
Yeah,
people
and
don't
they're,
talk
like,
about that.
sadistic and violent, and they like purposefully like go after the bits of you that won't kill you. Like they just beat the shit out of you.
Aggressive.
Like I remember there was another story I read about an ape attack where like they were celebrating this one ape's birthday, like the one that they owned at like an ape sanctuary, and then all the other apes got jealous of them celebrating that ape's birthday, and so like this one ape like lashed out and just attacks this dude and just like bites off all his fingers like immediately. Like that's the first thing he does. Like
Like a human or another ape?
human.
No.
I know. Like what the why? Why do that? Don't do that. Apes.
Well,
I feel like
Terrible.
aren't fingers like really easy to bite off?
yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But you said that was the
You
whole
do it?
hand. Like that's horrific.
No, it 100% is horrific.
Rip off her hands.
I
Like,
don't.
who would win? You think
Badly mangle them.
Who would
Four-
win?
5 chimps or 1 gorilla?
The gorilla. No, actually, wait.
I think
Chimps.
the chimps would win.
Chimps weigh like 200 pounds.
I think they'd like
Do
really gang up on it.
Chimps are big.
Jesus.
I think the 5 chimps could. Oh, I don't know. That's a really tough question, actually.
Gorillas are strong though, right? They're freaking terrifying.
Yeah, gorillas are strong.
Big.
I saw the Tarzan movie, and they seemed pretty intense,
Pretty strong in that.
but ape strong together. Chimps. 5 chimps. Are they coordinated? Like, are they working together? Or are they kind of like disjointed,
No,
independent?
like, yeah, they're just all going at the same time. They don't care about like the other ones.
All right, so it's
I think the gorilla might win then.
I don't know though. Like, even if the gorilla pins one down, like,
there's 4 other chimps who could.
on him, I think he'd probably lose it.
That's true.
I feel like 5 chimps have a good chance of taking out the gorilla's eyes.
What about 6 chimps versus 2?
2 gorillas?
The 2 gorillas win for sure.
2 gorillas changed the odds a bit.
I feel like if they just spun around, like swinging their arms,
I was going to bring up the spin attack, not only because Donkey Kong does it, but because I've seen a video of a gorilla do it before.
They do it?
Yes. It's a real gorilla attack. The up B is a real gorilla move.
I saw I know they charge you. Have you seen that video of some like guy in the wilderness getting charged by a gorilla?
Yeah, all the comments on that video about his testicles.
Yeah, because he doesn't move. If you don't move, they like don't. I don't know.
They
It's a
back
psychological thing. Like if they find weakness in you, they'll go after you. But if they don't mess with you.
So I just can't show weakness to the chimps.
What about like 800 capuchin monkeys versus 1 gorilla?
Like the monkey from the Pirates of
Yeah.
800?
Okay, that's too many. What about like 50?
800 of them.
That's like a sea of capuchins.
No,
like flay a gorilla.
No, 50 couldn't even do it.
I'm gonna say the gorilla takes it if it's 50.
Yeah. I think we need to up the odds. I think we got to go up to like at least 500.
Okay, 500. Fuck yeah. I think
what's
they
a
could take
capuchin capable of? I don't have any frame of reference for a capuchin's ability to destroy.
Well, I don't think they're that strong, right? Because humans own them, and they're not even like scary at all.
They've got teeth.
Yeah.
Sharp. They've got like fangs.
got like a tail.
Okay, maybe they would win then.
They could crawl all over you to where you couldn't reach them. The gorilla has to have like a weak point on its back, you know, like where it can't reach. And if the capuchins get there and he's spinning, but they can hold on to his fur and they just start biting.
Okay, yeah.
That hurt a lot. But then the gorilla would just have to roll.
Yeah, the gorilla would just have to like body slam itself into the ground and roll.
These scenarios are like just so funny because like
ape fights.
Why would animals do this? Like
why would 800 capuchins be together at the same moment? It's like the Avengers of capuchins. Like the endgame portal scene. Thanos is the gorilla and there's just 800 capuchins. Well, thank you all for joining in to another episode of the Annoying Orange Fan Club. I promise next time we'll talk more about the Annoying Orange and less about cryptids.
Much more.
Well, he is a cryptid, to be fair.
That's true, yeah. Leave a comment of your Annoying Orange sightings down below. I want to know where you guys have seen him and what he said to you, because I know he's a very talkative individual.
He also
Personally,
a lot.
I see him a lot in my room at night. I'll turn the lights off and he'll laugh. And if I turn the lights back on, he'll stop. He only laughs when the lights are off. And I can hear him roll under my bed. I can tell that he's rolling because the laugh kind of like. So yeah, leave a comment of your Annoying Orange sightings down below, and we'll talk about the top one. Orange. Yes, so if you like the Annoying Orange.